Welcome back to Wellness Lenses. Today, we will talk about red flags you shouldn't ignore in yourself. This subject could make a big difference in your life. If you've ever wondered how to handle the rough waters of your own emotions and thoughts, watch this video until the end. It will teach you useful things that will help you grow and thrive. We'll talk about the ins and outs of getting to know yourself better today. We'll find those red flags or warning signs that people often miss. Remember though, that noticing these warning signs is only the beginning of your journey to mental health and personal growth. We all have our own paths, but sometimes life gets so busy that we forget to stop and think. This can cause problems to simmer below the surface. Problems that can have a big effect on our mental health and well-being if we don't take care of them. Before we start, remember that it's okay to ask for help and support when you need it. Self-compassion and not self-criticism is what it means to see these red flags. You should have a life that makes you happy and keeps your mind healthy. The first thing we need to look out for is social isolation. It's time to pay attention if you're really pulling away from the family and friends. Giving up activities you used to enjoy or feeling alone. Being alone a lot can be a sign of a deeper mental health problem, like depression or anxiety. Isolation from other people can be a big red flag that we are losing touch with our social support networks. It's important to think about why you're pulling away from your friends, family, and social activities when you find yourself isolating yourself. Feelings of sadness and anxiety may be exacerbated by loneliness and social withdrawal. Getting in touch with old friends and family, getting professional help, or looking for new social opportunities can all help you break the cycle of isolation and build a support system that can improve your mental and emotional health. Negative self-talk is the next red flag. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Are you being too harsh? Do you often question your abilities? Negative self-talk, which is sometimes called the inner critic, is a strong warning sign that needs extra attention. It's like a constant inner monologue that can make you feel bad about yourself and lower your confidence. It's important to stop and question your negative beliefs when you notice yourself having self-deprecating thoughts or harsh judgments of yourself. Remember that you can change the way you talk to yourself to be kinder, more supportive, and more energizing as you work to improve your mental health and yourself. Number 3, addiction and escapism. Using drugs or bad habits to escape reality could mean that you're not dealing with problems that are deeper than that. Finding a balance is important. Escapism and addiction are red flags that people often show as a way to avoid emotional pain or distress. These behaviors, like abusing substances, like drugs or alcohol, or doing too much of something like constantly scrolling through social media or binge watching TV, may help in the short term, but may make problems worse in the long run. The first step to regaining control and finding healthier ways to deal with life's problems is to see how these crutches are being used to get away. It's a reminder that the only way to really heal is to deal with the causes, not just the symptoms. Number 4, neurotic need for social validation. Seeking constant validation from others can hurt relationships and stop you from growing as a person. When you depend too much on other people's approval for your sense of self-worth, it can lead to codependency or bad relationships. In these patterns, you might give up your own needs and values to make other people happy, which hurts your sense of who you are. To get out of this cycle, it's important to build up a strong sense of self-worth and approval. You can have more balanced and satisfying relationships with other people if you learn to value your own thoughts and choices while still communicating openly and honestly about them. Number 5, neurotic need for control. Lack of control over all aspects of life could be a sign of deeper feelings of helplessness or insecurity. Recognizing that you can't control everything can help you deal with stress and frustration that last for a long time. To feel less anxious and more in control of your life, you need to be open to change and learn how to deal with the unknowns that come up. It's possible to feel more in charge of your emotions and reactions when you accept that some things are out of your control. Number 6, toxic perfectionism. Aiming for perfection is a good thing, but too much of it can be harmful and draining to your emotions. Setting standards that are too high for you can cause you to feel stressed, anxious, and let down all the time. Self-compassion is very important, and letting yourself make mistakes is a part of growing. You can live a more balanced and satisfying life if you set goals that are attainable and accept that perfection is an ideal that you can never reach. Don't forget that progress and hard work are more important than being perfect. And there you have it. Remember that recognizing these warning signs is a brave step towards health and growth. It's not a sign of weakness to get help from a professional when you need it. Seeing these red flags is the best way to live a life full of meaning, strength, and happiness. You have the ability to take control of your journey to mental health. See you in the next video.